If you're trading crypto from home, you are the target. We just saw the single biggest one-day drop in Bitcoin's entire history, more than $10,000 gone in a matter of hours. But here's the twist, this was no accident. While your portfolio was bleeding out, the institutional giants were methodically setting themselves up for the rebound. This was a deliberate transfer of wealth, and by the end of this explainer, you're going to see their entire playbook, understand the massive economic red flags everyone else is missing, and see how it all leads to a strategic reset of the US dollar. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, so first things first, we have to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of what just went down. This was not some random market dip, not even close. This was a targeted, aggressive, strategic move. It was a total leverage flush, designed for one reason, and one reason only, to take assets from retail traders and hand them over to the big guys.
Look at that number, a $10,000 drop in one session. That's the largest single-day decline ever recorded for Bitcoin. And believe me, it was engineered. It was designed to inflict maximum pain, to trigger a domino effect of liquidations for anyone trading with borrowed money. When the price falls that hard, that fast, the margin calls come in and you're forced to sell at the worst possible time.
And this slide, well, it just says it all, doesn't it? A tale of two completely different worlds. You have verified data from Charles Schwab showing that retail traders got absolutely hammered with those margin calls, forced to sell everything at the absolute bottom. But what about their institutional clients? Oh, they just met the new requirements. They didn't sell a single thing. They just weathered the storm because they knew it was just a storm and they knew it was coming.
And if you needed any more proof, here it is in their own words. This is a direct quote from analysts at Charles Schwab. You know what they called this event that just financially vaporized countless regular investors? A healthy washout. Healthy. For Wall Street, this wasn't a crisis. It was just spring cleaning, clearing out the system to make room for their next big play.
So, that begs the question, right? How did they know? What gave them the iron confidence to hold their positions while everyone else was hitting the panic button? It's because they're looking at internal data the public doesn't pay attention to. And right now, that data is flashing a signal we have not seen in over 2 decades.
This is the whole game right here. This is the key question. The answer lies in one of Wall Street's most reliable internal gauges for market sentiment. And it's revealing exactly why they're not just holding, they're getting ready for a massive leg up.
Now, what's so special about this number, 9.4? Well, that is the latest reading from the Bank of America Bull and Bear Indicator. It's a key metric that tracks how the big money, the institutional investors, are feeling. It's the highest it's been since February of 2018, and it points to only one thing.
Extreme positive sentiment. They're not just bullish. They are ecstatic. Why? Because they see the bigger picture. They know the old fractional reserve system is failing, and all this volatility, it's just the necessary chaos before a brand new financial infrastructure gets locked into place. So while the retail market is paralyzed with extreme fear, the hedge funds are positioning for a once-in-a-generation consolidation of assets.
Let me be completely direct for a second. If you are watching this without a subscription to Crypto Global News, you are already behind. You are missing the critical alerts that could protect you. You need to click subscribe right now so you don't get left behind by what's being called the Great Consolidation.
Now let's zoom out, because Wall Street's confidence isn't happening in a bubble. It's happening against the backdrop of a U.S. economy that is flashing multiple, undeniable, bright red recession warnings. And this just lays out the stark reality of the economy. U.S. job openings, they've cratered to their lowest point since 2020. January saw the worst job cut since the 2008 financial crisis. And then look at commercial real estate. The office delinquency rate just shattered records at 12.3%. That's even higher than after the 2008 crash. The system is cracking.
Look, these are just the national numbers. I want to know what you are seeing on the ground, in your city, in your neighborhood. As soon as this is over, go to our community tab and drop a comment. The more we connect the dots locally, the clearer this whole national picture is going to get. On top of the job crisis and the real estate crisis, the entire system is being crushed under the weight of a staggering amount of debt, at every level. This debt is the fuel for the fire, and it is absolutely reaching a breaking point. This is the record amount of U.S. Treasuries now held by foreign investors, $9.1 trillion. And just to service that debt, the U.S. paid out nearly $300 billion in interest in a single quarter. That's money just flowing straight out of the U.S. economy. That's 6 times more than it was before the 2008 crisis.
And while the government is bleeding cash, so are the people. U.S. credit card debt just blew past an all-time high of $1.25 trillion. With interest rates over 20%, millions of families are trapped, using high-interest debt just to pay for things like rent and groceries.
These numbers are changing fast, too fast for a full explainer every time. For the real-time updates and the analysis that happens in the moment, you need to join our Telegram. You can scan the QR code on your screen right now or just use the link in the description. It's where you will get the information first.
So let's put it all together. You've got a struggling economy, retail investors who are panicked, and institutions that are extremely bullish. All of these things are converging to create the perfect storm for a massive consolidation of wealth and assets, a strategic reset.
And this is what the experts are all saying. Yes, weaker projects are going to die, but the infrastructure, the foundation for the next decade of finance, is being built right now, in the middle of all this chaos. We're talking about the tokenization of real-world assets, turning things like energy and real estate into digital tokens on a fast ledger like the XRPL for instant settlement. That is the efficiency they are betting the farm on.
The takeaway here is simple and it's stark. Stop waiting for some future event. The great financial reset that people have been talking about for years, it isn't on the horizon. It's happening right now, today. It's just disguised as market chaos.
And that leaves us with the final, critical question. You've got institutions positioned for a massive rebound, armed with capital and extreme confidence in a new system. And you've got a retail market that's been completely gutted by fear. So in the next phase of this consolidation, who do you think is going to be left holding the bag? That next phase involves a total strategic reset, which is the exact topic we break down in this explainer right here on the screen. Click to watch it now. And if you found this analysis valuable, hit that like button, share it, and make sure you are subscribed to Crypto Global News. You cannot afford to miss what is coming next.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.